One of the funniest things that cracks me up is when someone will, like, even, like my sister was all like, why don't you just carry every single fitting, or that way you don't have to go to the supply store. And right now, we had to get a T. And then the funny thing is, even the supply store, like right now, Ferguson doesn't have an 1.25" by 3/4 by 1.25" T. So this is why I got a street, and this is what I got to do. And it's funny because not even the supply store has the fittings. You know how many fucking fittings there are in plumbing? And imagine the supply store not even having this in stock. You would think a big ass, like, you know how like huge this place is? They will at least have 10 of these in stock, an 1.25" by 3/4 by 1.25" T, but they don't. So I gotta fucking bushing it and make it work. And one of the other things is like, oh, what's your favorite supply store? Dude, well, whatever's closest, you know? Usually, sometimes it's Home Depot. I'm not gonna go. And that's why sometimes I go to Ferguson or whatever supply store is near me. Like, either, whether it's Wind Supply, like right now I'm in Carlsbad, there's really nothing out here. This was this Ferguson was 10 minutes away. And even though it's 10 minutes, by the time I go back and forth, I lost 30 minutes. And that's one of those things where the customer don't see that. Like, even if I pre-order this, like, you know how much stock it would cost? Like, look at the pricing right here. I don't want to run this motherfucker over. But look at that. $28 and $12. For me to keep every single fitting, imagine if I bought every single fitting, which I do have stock. Like, I had most of it, but I can't carry. It's gonna cost me, like, to have every truck like fitted, it's gonna cost like 20-30 grand 20-30 grand just in like material, just to have every single little part. Plus then we're limited by space. Like, how much space do you want me to carry a semi? And the worst part about this, even if you are efficient at your job and you do have every single fucking fitting, then the customer was like, well, you are only here for 20 minutes. Why are you charging me this month? So it like, there's like no really good way to be like, oh yeah, if I'm fat, like I said, another video went goes properly. If I'm good at my job and I'm really good, they're like, the customer doesn't see it that way. They're like, well, you were only here for 30 fucking minutes. I was like, yeah, but I kept. They get even more mad when they see you actually finish the job quicker. Some customers don't care and they're like, hell yeah, you quoted me this, you're out of my house. They're happy. But some customers, they go online and be like, this plumber was here for a fucking 30 minutes, charged me $900. He makes more than a heart surgeon. And like I said, if I'm good at my job, people even get more frustrated. Can't keep every single fitting, because like even if Ferguson doesn't have the fitting I wanted, if I went to Lowe's, which is like, you saw, a 2-minute drive away, they don't have it. So like, what do I do? Like, what's up with like the supply stores? Even when I go to a supply store, they don't have it. So like, how am I gonna carry every single fucking fitting? I know I carry like most of the stuff I should use, but like something like this is like, do I go and buy 4 of these? That's like $300 in just inch and a quarter fittings. You know how expensive these things are? And then that's what people don't realize. Then I have all this stock and no cash flow. And I'm like, yeah, I have $30,000 in material, and then $30,000 material don't pay the bills. And like I said, if I do good at my job, people are like, you are only here for 30 minutes. So it kind of backfires. That's what my opinion is on this, where I do want to have every single fitting, but I can't. Like, I literally had to go to the store just to run to get this, and even Ferguson didn't have it. And it's just not Ferguson. Like, every supply store, it seems like when you go look at it, sometimes you go on a run, you go to 4 different supply stores just to get exactly what you need, or you just make it happen. So right now I was like, dude, do you have at least a bushing? Well, it's $40 right here. Fucking expensive, plus my time to go over there, even though it's a 10-minute drive. You know, you can never keep anyone happy. That's one thing I noticed. If you do good, they're like, you were only here 30 minutes, and they'll write a whole horrible review on you, how you make more than a surgeon and this and that, and it's fucking crazy. But yeah, I can't keep every single fitting. There's too many fucking fittings, and if I did, I'll have so much stock, it will be ridiculous.